Okay, so it's me again. Yeah, I'm having this issue now that I can't put it down. And see, this is the thing about doing this kind of documentary style thing that I'm trying to do over this song is I'm not used to having to do patience as far as the music is concerned. When I sit down to do a session with my music, I usually spend an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever, and I feel like I accomplished something. But, I'm sitting here talking through this with you guys, or basically with myself, because I'm going to look back at this and hopefully have fond memories over it. I find myself trying to limit myself to these 20-minute sessions, and I'm trying to be patient and do things, a week at a time, like I did one video last week, and now I'm trying to do one video this week, but now it's video number 3 for this week, and yeah, I'm not having any luck with the patience thing. Okay, so here we are, just where we left it at the end of episode number 3. Yeah, my mouth is still drying out and having a hard time talking, but I'm just not done yet. Okay, so what I think I've decided is I like this chord progression that the Retron is doing, but I'm not happy with the Retron itself. It's probably going to get dumped before we finish this track. Anyway, the one thing that I am really happy with, though, in getting into this second phrase or whatever I've got going on here, is this little bouncy bit for the violin. It sounds playful, and I want to continue on with the playfulness of it. I'm going to just continue to take the same bit. It's, just eighth notes separated by an eighth note and kind of bouncing from up or from one note to, I guess, the second above it. Second, yes, second. So at this point, we're going to have to start making some decisions because we're getting lower. So I'm thinking like that. Yeah, getting too low. Alright, so alright, so no, this isn't right. If you notice what I actually did with the first bit here is it actually walked up the first 4 notes before continuing on and doing some more repetition deal. So let's go back to that idea. This is the tonic, this is C. So we're always happy to see our buddy, the C. That was retarded. Alright, so that's pretty much the same walk, isn't it? Except we started on the second. That's right, we started on the second in the last one because this was a 2-5-1 progression. Alright, so alright, so basically that's what this is alright, this, yeah, I'm actually pointing with my finger. I don't know if you can notice that or not. This bit here was built off of the minor second of the key of C. So I'm going to take the whole progression and move it down by a whole step to C. And oops. Alright, and then I think what is this chord here? That's a G. Yeah, so that's G major. How about them apples? I knew what it was. Alright, and we ended up on A there, so walking back down to a G will work out perfectly. And I guess at this point we can start doing the little bit with the, come on Anthony, the seconds. So we go down a second and then we jump down a third. So let's just continue that whole thought process. Dropping down a third, going up a second. Is that right? Dropping down a third. Going up a second. And we did that for 2 full bars. So that's it. At some point we dropped more than that. Yeah, we did. We dropped a third on the first one. Dropped a third on the first one. That would be a third. That's a third. You got to get off of that. Then you dropped a whole fourth, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, arithmetic's never been my good strong suit. 1, 2, 3. All right, but it is in the right place for what I'm thinking, even if I can't articulate it very well. All right, so that should continue the same little melody bit, except basing it off of the C and G chords. Okay, so alone it doesn't do anything, right? You know, it's not anything special, but the deal is it's not going to be alone. It's going to be with other instruments, more than likely. All right, so hopefully this will be a nice holy note. That's that E, so that'll be an E minor. We need to resolve that into the F. Just like that. All right, so now that we've got something going on here, we don't need that. All right, we do have our cello part still written out to this area here. So we should have something. Wow, that's super soft, isn't it? Yeah, that felt like it wanted to go one more, didn't it? Alright, so let's try that. Let me finish getting the velocity set here. Oh, wait, no. I was liking the way those sustained notes sound. Okay, alright, so, and then my right channel violin was just playing half notes. And it walked up, it walked down. We can just kind of give it that same feeling, I think, except we're going to use the chords that we had. And again, my thing about trying to make sure everything walks into itself, you know, I don't like big gaps between my notes. Sometimes you have to play with the velocities too. I really like that. Maybe better than I like the other part. It's funny how that works. You work so hard on something and then come up with something in 2 seconds. That's a lot better than the thing that you came up in 15 or whatever. You know what I'm saying. All right. If it's not apparent what I'm doing here, there is a rhythm, a reason behind it. You know, I'm trying to keep everything in the same harmony, using the same chord tones. And yeah, okay, so yeah, finally, you know, in a whole hour later after mentioning that art of composing bit, the videos, you know, the one thing that he mentioned in that very first art of composing video was the idea of passing tones, notes that sit between your chord tones. So if I think this was supposed to be C major, right? So the first note is the C, then the third note is the E, and then the G, right? So this guy here in the middle, is, you know, the passing note between the two chord tones. So he works real well if you're using him to step up into other chord tones. Yeah, so there's our music theory for the moment. Yeah, I know a little bit of it. I took some classes when I was in college. Yeah, that whole year. And then promptly tried to go back with my rock and roll ways and never really made anything of rock music. Although I guess most of my music is more rocky than it is anything else. I'm sorry if my mouth is starting to sound dried out. It is dried out. Yeah, so anyway, you don't need to know my history. I took some music theory classes. Learned a little bit. Alright, so that was supposed to end on the 5th. That is the 5th. They're both playing the same note. So what... The 5th is going to end with a D. Let's do that. Alright. I'm kind of happy with this. We haven't really... let's see, and this is G, so that'll work fine. Doesn't keep our rhythm the same, though, Anthony. Let's do that. Sorry for the hiccup. Alright. Now, at this point in my musical bit, I haven't listened to the whole thing all together to see how horrible it does or does not sound. So, brace yourself for impact. How much time do we have left in this video before I... look, 7 minutes. Alright, so yeah, we're good. I like the dog. It's light. It's what it should be. I have to remind myself not to get... Oh, okay, well that... Alright, there's a couple things that needed work here. Right in here... I felt like there was something wrong with this left violin. Pardon me as we listen to it again. Yeah, it's this note here. It's really driving me nuts. I don't like it. Of course, now this is the problem that I get into just about every time I do anything. I've gotten so complex with what's going on here that I've forgotten what I was doing. The chord progression here suggests that I was on A minor. Whether or not this violin's paying attention to being on A minor, that's another thing altogether. And that's only going to be in bar 15, and then we resolve into C major. Oops, wrong one. Which I'm guessing is what I was trying to do here. Yeah, alright, so A minor is going to be that one, and that one. Okay, so really that should be the correct note. But for whatever reason I don't like it. I'm going to use it and extend it. I don't know what I'm going to do, honestly. What happens if we just do that? Oh no, it needs something different. Okay, that's better. The only problem, again, getting kind of ridiculous about what my thought process is here. Alright, so this is hitting 15. Yeah, that's hitting the E. Did we say that was in key or in the chord? We did. It's a chord tone. And then it steps up to that. Doggone it, what was I doing that made it sound so weird to my ear? It seems like that should work just fine. I guess it's okay. Yeah, we'll leave it alone. Wait, no, it needed to be on E. Okay. Sorry about that bit. Yeah. And then this here, I'm finding that this chord here on bar 29, this works. This is the right hand violin. Alright, so it moves down into D. This one is hitting the G, and it's moving up into the G. Whoops, helps if you play it. Yeah, I'm not liking, I guess because this one's ascending, and then that other one ascended up above it and then dropped down for whatever reason. They feel like they're working against each other. Does that make any sense? Anyway, it's a G. This is a G. What happens if we go the other direction with this? Like that. And let's make them kind of build into a stronger, as far as the velocity is concerned, a stronger. I don't know. Not buying that chord. D. And we said this is a G, so that's the fifth above it. It should sound real strong, but it, for whatever reason, I'm not digging it. What happens if we do this? I don't suggest trying this at home. Dadgummit. It almost feels like the D is the thing that's becoming more powerful. So D, what would the fifth be over the D? Help me out here. The A, which is this note. Let's try that. Dadgummit. I hear a resolution in there, and I hear a cat in the background just about to drive me up the wall. Yeah, it closes out. I don't know. We may have to come back to this, because I don't think I'm satisfied with these last couple notes here. The rest of it seems to work for me. And again, now you can kind of notice what I was talking about with the retron. I mean, you can hear it's there, but it's very light and very subtle. Yeah, that last bit there really sucks. Dadgummit, that was 20 minutes already? Ah, never enough time. Alright, so that's that G. If we were resolving into a G, that's what it would sound like. That's the note we were hitting with it. Ugh. You're killing me. Cat, will you please be quiet? I'm concentrating. Maybe it's the D that's killing it. Maybe... What if we were to do that? Oh, goodness, it's worse. This is going to be... Alright, well... Yeah, this is getting painful. What was this supposed to be? Kitty cat, be quiet, please. Alright, it looks like it was meant to be a C. Well, no, that was the note before, was a C, or the chord before. So this is actually supposed to be beginning a new deal or something to phase out, and that would probably be why it's giving me such fits. These things are not ending when the progression itself ended. Alright, yeah, the video is supposed to stop. Shut up, Anthony. Okay, I'm really going to leave it for the weekend, and see you next week. I promise, or maybe I don't promise, and I'll see you again in 5 minutes. I don't know. Have fun.